Hey, welcome back to Hop Sauce Investing, everybody. Today I want to share something that it has been the biggest lesson that I have learned in my investment journey. Okay. Instead of chasing the hype and the headlines, which I kind of started this channel on a crypto hype just because I was learning about it, but I follow where the capital is flowing. And we've all heard this term before, follow the money. But it's when you really start digging into it, you start to see what it actually means. Okay, now right now, there's an interesting relationship between the development of between semiconductors and Bitcoin. Bitcoin, remember, is the crypto market. Okay, that's where most of the capital is. Okay, I want to show you exactly what I'm seeing on the charts. Check this out. Okay, now I've been talking about it. We've already broke this long-term trend line. So we're right around that. The 58,000 was the low, but the my trend line was on like 60K. Now, again, we're not trying to predict the bottom of this thing. I just was following the money. Let's see where the money's going here. Okay, we're looking for the high probability price zones where that risk reward discussion starts to shift in my favor, our favor. Okay, if you're watching this now, this is check this out, dude. So this little blue line starts right about here. It's 2025. Okay. June 25, July 25. Can you see it at the bottom? Yeah. August, September, and so on. So October 2025. Let's look right up here. The blue line is the semiconductor sector. Okay. It's all of them. All the semiconductor companies are on this blue line. Check out what happens right when Bitcoin starts to lower and break support levels. The blue line starts to go up. This is an indication, because we're talking about so much volume and so much massive amounts of money. This is a capital rotation indication. Now watch, I'm going to scoot this thing over. I mean, look how this plays out, people. Okay, it shrunk a little bit because I scooted it over, but this is what I was talking about here. This October 25. We're moving a little bit parallel with each other right here. And then February 2026. Look at Bitcoin drop down. There's a consistent move, higher highs on the SOX index. Okay. And then again, we get back to parallel. Look at right here. This is a capital rotation indication. The AI semiconductor sector, just the hype started building. The revenue wasn't even there yet. We weren't even seeing the massive revenue. Of course, there was money coming in for sure. The revenue projections were there. Massive blow off, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. And we're sitting right now a little bit of a lull on the AI sector. We know that, okay? And it's kind of rolled over. What do you think's going to happen? There's people taking profits that know what's going on right here. I think that we're going to see a capital rotation into Bitcoin because Bitcoin's hitting 52-week lows. Savvy investors see this. They're looking for things that are on discounts. They're going to take profits. And we're talking about retail and institutional money here. It's all the above. If you were up here in a huge position, would you want to go down here and buy something that's got good valuation? Which in crypto you can't talk about valuation because there is no revenue. But this is the next asset class to where capital rotation might be starting in this direction. Just wanted to make you think about this, people. Okay, it's very interesting. Okay, next. This is why I always tell people in conversation on my channel and everything, follow the money. Okay, don't fall into this whole thing falling in love with a certain asset class, and you can't get your mind off it. We can't do that. You got to remove emotions. Okay, so sometimes the best decision is just simply to wait, and that's kind of what we've been doing. But looking at this, excuse me, it might be time to inch back into Bitcoin. Okay. Now, I'm gonna show you one example that I just did if you're interested, because I have this checklist out here. This Kraft Heinz company that I've been following. It's kind of boring, but I did sit here and I purchased Kraft Heinz about 3 weeks ago or so. Okay, again on this volatile, I'm just looking for the safest way to deploy money that I can right now. I know that the stock market's at all-time high, so you just got to be careful when you're putting your hard-earned money into something. It's got to be safe. Now, this Kraft Heinz company, they met the earnings expectations. They've got the dividend. Okay, it was 40 cents. That's great. The earnings back here look good. Green. Okay, it's a plus 15% surprise. Actually, that was huge. I did look at this. That's what made my forward decision right here. See how I've got two trend lines. This top one's a short-term trend line. This one's a long-term trend line. It bounced off that. Once I saw it go above that shorter-term trend line, I purchased right around here. And it's not too expensive. It's only $22, $23 stock. So I got in on 100 shares. Or I may have gotten 200. I got to go back and look at my account. Right here I bought right around $22.90 or something like that. And so it did run up. I wanted to wait and see. Look, it's weird because I got busy and I didn't pay attention for like 2 or 3 days. Look what happened. It went up here. I couldn't get back to this chart until it dropped back down here. I wasn't watching it for like 5 days. That's my fault. And just on a side note, I just wanted to share that full disclosure. We broke back down, and then I'm like, oh man, I could have sold. I could have and should have sold my call option up here at this resistance level. That's how you do it. I was bummed at myself, man. I was smacking myself. It came back down this upward trend line, so I'm like, man, I gotta wait and see. So I did. I saw this happen, and I'm like, oh man, it dropped below my longer term trend line. So I was like, man, we gotta wait it out. Now I'm sitting here going, I gotta wait this one out. It wasn't a huge amount of capital. It was below 5% of my overall portfolio, so I wasn't too worried about it. I got lucky on this rebound because this thing closed down here. I thought it was going to go lower to the next level. Down here, you can't really see it, but this is my next line down here. It bounced up. And once it crossed above that, I think at the end of the week, I went here and I sold a call option right about here. Okay, so it's the safest way to do it. The premiums weren't great, but it was a way to... When you sell a call option, you bring cash in. The buyer pays you the dollar amount to the premium that hits your account immediately, okay? And I need to do a lesson on options here. I'm going to do that in my next video to kind of break it down very simply. So stand by. I'm going to do that. That's not this video today, but I think it might help because it's easier to understand when I can get down to the grassroots of it. So when that premium comes in your account, it's your money in your account. You can withdraw it, go buy groceries. They're around $75 to $100 per contract is what I look for. Selling a call out of the money, meaning it's a higher strike price than where the stock is trading right now. So that's that. Okay. Now my goal, everybody, is always to be in Bitcoin. It's an exciting thing for an investor to see these volatile movements, in both directions. So that's my thing. My goal is to put my money where I believe the probabilities are most favorable. And then looking at that previous chart, that's favorable. I think it's time to inch in. I did get into Ethereum. Some more. I've always been in on all these projects, but I might get in a little more Bitcoin. I know it's boring, but it's a safer play when things are cheap. Okay. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts, everybody. Do you think the money could start rotating back into Bitcoin because it's been a dog? We all know that. Or do you think the AI semiconductors still have another leg higher? That is truly a potential. It could happen, okay, because the retail, usually what happens, the retail investors are the institutional's exit liquidity. And that's what we saw with that SOX. It kind of turned over at the top retail could have been the exit liquidity. We'll just have to see how this next week plays out here. And so, if you do enjoy following the charts, I use TradingView every single day. And there's a link down at the bottom, and it's the actual real link. Okay, you can trust me. Don't try to get on something that isn't the actual real link, because there's a lot of scams out there. Just be careful. And then if you're interested in my cover call strategies while waiting for these crypto opportunities, that's what I do. You can also add download my free cover call checklist that I've created, and I use this personally. It's at hopsauceinvesting.com. I'll put the link down there as well, and I'll just email it over to you. So one page, that's what my free gift to you all for watching my videos and give me that thumbs up. All right, buddy, thanks for your time. I'll see you in the next video. All right, peace out.